Have you ever trusted someone so much that you built your entire life around them? 10 years ago, Marcus told me he loved me, told me I was the one, and I believed him. Every year, he made the same promise, just a little longer. I just need to save more money, just a little longer. I just need to get this promotion, just a little longer. I just need my family to come around, and I waited. Through my 20s, I turned down every proposal, every chance at a new life because my heart belonged to him. Every time my friends got engaged, I smiled for them and cried myself to sleep. And then, last week, Marcus showed up at my door. He didn't hug me. He didn't smile. He just looked me in the eye and said, "I got married yesterday, but it's not me." I thought he meant some metaphor, something philosophical. But no. He was telling me that the man who made me wait for 10 years had just married another woman. That day, something inside me broke. And when something breaks, I decided right then if he could take my youth, my dreams, my heart, I would take his happiness, piece by piece. Marcus and I met in our first year of college. He was different from anyone I'd ever known. Not just handsome, but magnetic. He had this smile that made everyone trust him, these eyes that looked straight through you. And from the very beginning, he made me feel like I was special, like I wasn't just another girl to him. Our first date wasn't fancy, just cheap pizza and a walk in the park, but it felt like magic. He told me that night, "You're not just someone I want to date. You're the one I want to build my life with." I was 19. Those words were enough to make me his completely. Through college, we became inseparable. He'd walk me to class, stay up all night talking to me, make me laugh when I was stressed. Every time he held my hand, I felt safe. When graduation came, my parents started talking about my future. But my future was simple. It was Marcus. When I brought it up, he smiled and said, "Soon, I just need to get a job first." I don't want to start our life broke. It sounded reasonable, so I waited. When he got his first job, I thought the proposal would come. It didn't, he said, "Just a little longer. I need to get a better apartment first." So I waited again. Years passed. Every year, another excuse. Every year, another promise. And every time he'd kiss me and say, "You're my forever. Don't lose faith in me." And I didn't. I turned down proposals my family brought me. I stayed single, even when friends told me I deserved better. I kept defending him. He just needs time. He's under pressure. He loves me. But by the time I turned 30, something inside me was starting to hurt. 10 years. 10 years of waiting. 10 years of watching life pass by. And then, he came over. It was raining that day. I remember the smell of wet grass, the sound of drops hitting the roof. I opened the door and saw him standing there, soaked. But there was no warmth in his face. And then he said the words that shattered everything I had built. "I got married yesterday. To someone else." At first I laughed. It sounded like a cruel joke. But he didn't laugh. He just stood there. "Why?" I whispered. He shrugged as if it was nothing. "She was there. You weren't." And just like that, my world collapsed. The first few days, I didn't leave my room. Didn't eat. Didn't shower. I stared at the ceiling and thought about all the years I'd given him. The birthdays I spent alone because he was busy. The holidays I spent waiting for him to come over. The dreams I put on hold. And for what? For him to marry a stranger? Grief turned into rage. And rage turned into something darker. I made a decision. If Marcus could destroy me so easily, then I could destroy him too. I started small. I still had access to his social media accounts. I leaked screenshots of his flirty messages with other women, not just to his new wife, but to her entire family. Then I went further. I knew where he'd worked. I sent anonymous tips to HR about things he'd said in private, some true, some fabricated. He was suspended within a month. I spread rumors about his finances, how he had gambling debts, how he was borrowing money behind his wife's back. Soon, she left him. Within 6 months, the man who had everything, a wife, a good job, respect, had nothing. And I should have been happy. But I wasn't, because revenge doesn't heal. It just leaves you empty. And one night I got a call. Marcus was in the hospital. When I saw him, I almost didn't recognize him. He looked hollow. His once bright eyes were dull, his hair a mess, his hands shaking. He didn't yell at me, didn't curse me. He just looked at me and said softly, "You won." But I didn't feel like I had won. Tears filled his eyes. I wanted to marry you. I really did. For 10 years I thought about it, but every year I told myself I wasn't ready yet. And then one day, I just couldn't face you anymore. I met her, and it felt easy. You were my dream. She was my escape. I broke down right there. Because as much as I hated him, I still loved him. Even after everything. He took my hand and whispered, "I got married yesterday, but it wasn't me. The man who hurt you, who lied to you, who made you wait, he wasn't me anymore. He died the day you stopped loving me." And then he closed his eyes. The machines beeped, and then they went silent. Marcus never woke up again. His funeral was small. No wife, no children. Just me, a few friends, and silence. I stood there staring at his grave and felt my heart shatter all over again. I had destroyed him, but in the process, I had destroyed myself too. For weeks after, I couldn't sleep. I kept hearing his voice, "You won." But what had I really won? An empty life? A heart full of ashes. One night I opened my diary and wrote, "Love didn't kill us. Waiting did, and that's what I leave you with." If someone is making you wait forever, if someone is making you put your life on hold, don't. Because one day you might wake up and realize you've lost not just them, but yourself. A week after the funeral, I got a call from the hospital. They said Marcus had left something for me, a sealed envelope with my name on it. My hands were shaken when I opened it. Inside was a single handwritten letter. His handwriting was messy, but I could still read every word. "My love, if you're reading this, I am already gone. I know I don't deserve your forgiveness, not after what I did to you. But there are things I need you to know before I disappear completely. For 10 years I made you wait, and not a single day went by when I didn't think about marrying you. But the truth is, I was scared. Scared of failing you. Scared of not being the man you deserved. Every year, I told myself I'd propose next year, when I had more money, when I was more stable, when life was better. But next year never came. When I met her, it wasn't love. It was fear. She didn't know me the way you did. She didn't see my flaws, my failures. Being with her was easy. Being with you meant being real. I hurt you because I was too much of a coward to face my own reflection. But I need you to know this. I loved you. Every day, every hour, every moment, even when I wasn't there, even when I was with her, I loved you. If there's another life after this one, I will find you sooner. I won't make you wait. I'll marry you the first day I see you. You were never the mistake. I was. Forever yours, Marcus." I dropped the letter and fell to the floor, sobbing. Because after everything, the waiting, the heartbreak, the revenge, I finally knew the truth. He had loved me. But fear had destroyed us both. And now it was too late. I burned the letter that night, letting the ashes fly into the wind. Because if Marcus was watching me from somewhere, I wanted him to see me let go. Not for him, for me. Sometimes love doesn't end with betrayal. Sometimes it ends with timing. And sometimes it ends with a letter you wish you had read 10 years earlier.